Good morning. I'm so excited to be coming on and doing this first live. Thank you all for joining the group, and I'm just so pumped that so many of you were interested in joining. So, my name is Lauren Nicole Fonville, and I am the creator of this group. I am a Reiki practitioner, a yoga instructor, and a life coach. And I created this group as a space to share all about the different modalities that I personally use myself and that I also have been sharing with my clients. Hey, Nikki! And yeah, so today I'm going to be talking to you about tuning into your body and listening to what it's telling you, and also some different breathing techniques. So I I really help women that are overwhelmed and want to align their energy so that they can release physical and emotional stress from their bodies. So many of us are dealing with stress and anxiety on the regular that it is impacting our physical health and our mental health and our emotional health. And so releasing these things can really make a difference in how we feel, and it's all about feeling good. So tuning into your body and what it's telling you. So often we're tackling our health from the outside in, and what I mean by that is, we're researching the latest health crazes or diets. We're talking to friends or family about what they think, and sometimes when we do that, um, we really are tuning out the most important voice, and that's your own. And it can be as simple as asking yourself, what do I need right now? So often we're asking ourselves, what's wrong, and instead we can be asking ourselves, what do I need right now? And it's as simple as just taking a moment, closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and asking yourself that question and see what comes. And you might be surprised by what happens. Sometimes we'll do things like, if we have a neck pain, we'll be immediately to go get some aspirin. And maybe if you take a moment and breathe into it, it's like, okay, well, maybe I could try stretching first and see how that goes. Or I'm feeling so tired, and it's like the immediate thing is, oh, let me go grab a coffee. Whereas maybe your body's really telling you, oh, you should take a nap or go to bed an hour earlier. Simple things like that can, over time, when you make those shifts, can make a really big difference. And yeah, so tuning into what makes you feel good. And for me, the things that make me feel good are practicing yoga, Reiki, meditating regularly, and taking walks with my kids, going outside, drinking a cup of tea. All sorts of, even little things can make a big difference. Okay, so jumping right into breathing techniques. So talking about our breath, right? Our autonomic nervous system controls our breathing. And so breathing is the one thing that one part of the autonomic nervous system that we actually have control over. So it also controls, our digestion, our blood pressure, our heart rate, and those are things, we can't physically control ourselves, but our breathing we can. So it's like the same thing when somebody, if you're all worked up about something, someone tells you, take a breath, which, when you're in the moment and somebody's telling you, like, calm down, take a breath, it doesn't always go over so well. But the reason why that's become a phrase is because when you take that breath, you can help to calm the nervous system. And so the nervous system is broken down into two parts: the sympathetic nervous system, which is that fight or flight part of our nervous system, and that's there as a protection for us. If somebody's chasing us, or we're in any sort of danger, the body is able to send all of your blood out to your arms and to your legs and away from your digestive system, so that you can run or that you can fight back. And that's good in those situations where you need it. But what the problem is that when we are experiencing stress on an everyday level, that is triggering that the sympathetic nervous system. And when we're staying in that mode the majority of the time, that is not healthy. And so the opposite side is called the parasympathetic nervous system. And that's the part of the nervous system that is, calm, that helps with digestion. And these breathing techniques that I'm about to share with you are ones that can help move you into that parasympathetic state where you're more calm. Okay, so the first one is square breathing. So if you are envisioning a square, right, like in your mind's eye, so you can do this with your eyes closed if that helps. So I want you to envision this square, and on the inhale, you're going to draw that line up for about a count of 4, and then you're going to hold your breath for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4. So it's like this. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And so in doing that, if you practice that, you'll find that it's probably it probably feels a little weird, maybe even a little uncomfortable when you're holding your breath after the exhale. And that's because it's not normal, right? After we exhale, we normally immediately inhale. And so that's why they call it a disruptive breath. And this can really be helpful if you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, because it is disrupting that feeling, and you're really having to concentrate as you do it. So that's a great one to use if you're beginning to feel like an anxiety attack is coming on, or you're just having a really rough day. Stop and do a few rounds of that square breathing and see how you feel afterwards. Okay, and then the next one is circle breathing. So these are super easy to remember: squares and circles, bringing it back to like kindergarten, right? And so when we're doing circle breathing, it allows us to take fuller breaths, which improves the quality of our blood, and then also really elevates our mood and makes us feel better. So in this instance, you're going to be envisioning the circle in your mind's eye. And on the inhale, you're just going to start at the bottom of the circle. Inhale for a count of 4, all the way up to the top of the circle. And then on the exhale, you're going to go down to the other side of the circle. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And that can really, like, it just feels good. That's one of my favorites. It feels good and calms you down. What else? 2 to 1 breathing. So on the inhale, if you inhale for a count of 3 or 4, whatever feels good for you, and then doubling that on the exhale. So inhaling for a count of 3, and then exhaling for a count of 6. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you're first getting started, you can, use the counting to help you, but eventually you're going to get into a rhythm and you won't really need to be using the counting. It'll feel more natural as you're doing it. So seeing how that one makes you feel. And then, alternate nostril breathing. This is one that I've introduced before in my yoga classes, and sometimes I get a little bit of side eye, but since you're probably home or, in a place where you're maybe not around people, it's not as weird. So you take your hand and you bring it to one side of the nose, and then inhale through the left side, and then close off the left side and exhale out the right side. Inhale up the right side, right nostril. Close off the right and exhale out the left. So one more time. Inhale through the left. Close it off. Exhale down the right. Inhale up the right. Exhale down the left. And so that is a breathing technique that I really tell people who are trying to get into meditation, that really struggle with meditation because they say they can't quiet their mind. using these breathing techniques for, while you're meditating is really, really helpful, because again, it's calming down that nervous system, calming down all those thoughts that are going on in your mind. And it's also giving you something to focus on. And so I'll have people do that, first do it for a minute, see how that feels, then do it for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, work your way up. You want to make sure that when you're doing the alternate nostril breathing, you are sitting up straight, you have good posture. Some people have a problem because you're having to hold your arm up and your arm gets tired. So you can use your other hand to kind of just like support yourself, if that helps you. And then one last one that I'm going to share with you is Ferris wheel breathing, which is similar to the circle breathing, but it's kind of envisioning that circle as your body. So like the Ferris wheel is this circle going around your body, right? So imagining the breath coming up through the soles of the feet, inhaling, holding it when you get to the top. So envisioning that breath moving up the back of the body and holding it once you get it to the crown of the head, and then opening your mouth and letting it go. And envisioning that breath as you breathe out going down the front of the body, almost like a waterfall going down. And so inhaling up through the feet, up the back of the body, holding it, and then exhale, open your mouth, let it all go. And so that's a favorite breath of mine. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm having trouble falling back asleep, I'll do several rounds of that, and it definitely helps to make me feel a little bit more tired or a little bit more restful and at ease. So I hope that these helped you. And if anyone ever has any questions about the breathing, or if it makes you feel a certain way, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear. And if there are particular topics that you guys would like me to talk about, definitely let me know. I'm thinking I will, I posted what I'm going to be talking about over the next 2 weeks for the remainder of this month. And I'm in the works of planning the topics for next month. And I definitely love doing, if you guys have been following me on my regular page, I haven't done it in a while, but I love doing all the angel cards and pulling those. So I definitely plan to do some of that coming up too. But if there's anything that you want me to talk about, let me know. I know this was the first one, and I know that it's, people are at work and stuff, so there aren't as many people live, but thank you for those ladies that have joined me today. I'm so excited that you guys are here. And if there are better times, let me know. I am flexible to do these at different times. So sending everybody lots of love. I hope you're having a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.